This is a fork. This is a spoon, and this is a sweater. Symbolic interactionism is all about how we interact with the objects around us and how we communicate that to the people around us. Humans act toward people and things on the basis of the meanings that we assign to them. There's no inherent meaning in any of these objects, and the meaning's only arisen from social interaction. And since the dawn of time, people have been assigning names and meanings so that they're able to talk about the things around them. So this is a dinglehopper, this is a food shovel, and this is a jumper. Now, jumper is an actual term used in parts of Europe and Australia and other parts of the world to describe what a sweater is. It's just their dialect and their term for it. A dinglehopper is a pop culture reference to The Little Mermaid, so it's a little less known, but it's still a popular term that people are probably going to know if they've seen the movie before, if they're avid fans, things like that. But a food shovel is something that I'm pretty sure nobody probably knows what it is if you're going to be talking about it, because it's not a term that's been generally accepted by the public. But none of these terms are incorrect. None of them are correct either. They're just terms that have arisen from social interaction that the greater population has agreed on, and they say, all right, this is what you're going to say when you're talking about this object. It's a much easier way than having several different words for everything that are generally accepted, so you don't have 5 words for fork. And so I did an Instagram poll to see just how well that stacks up. And I expected some variation with the sweater, but the fork and the spoon, not so much. I actually found that 3% call a fork something else, the sweater 4% call it something else, and the spoon only 2% call it something else. So an overwhelming majority, the greater population, call each of these things what the rest of the greater population has already deemed them acceptable. But that doesn't mean that the other people are wrong. It just means they're part of a different in-group or inside jokes or family groups, whatever, that call these things something else. But they still understand and comprehend when someone says fork, they mean fork, and spoon, they mean spoon. That image is going to be conjured up in their mind, and they're going to understand what the person's talking about. And George Herbert Mead, who founded this, is probably one of the most important people to have founded a theory. Because without this theory, we wouldn't be able to communicate with each other. It's so important because it talks about why things are called what they are. If we weren't able to label things or talk about things that weren't directly in front of us, it'd be next to impossible to communicate about anything ever. And I wouldn't even be able to give this presentation today. Thank you.